Alright guys, how's it going? So here I am recording videos for you from the other side of the world this week. That's right, I'm in a place called Liverpool, upstate New York in Murica. How's about that then, Liverpool? Even the Wi-Fi password on that piece of paper over on that card there says Liverpool. I like that. Imagine staying in a hotel that said Manchester. Oh, I wouldn't like that, would you? No, we don't want that. Anyway, how are you doing? You all right? So I'm sorry, I do have some coffee. It's early in the morning here. I'm 5 hours behind the UK. It'd probably take an hour to upload the video as well. So I know you're probably thinking, could you not drink the coffee like before? No, I ain't got time. So, you know, you're going to have to put up with it. I've got 2 cups of coffee actually, because, well, I like a freebie, you know what I'm saying? I'm also on the 3rd floor and I can't be asked to go up and down to get coffee, so I'm sure we'll be all right. Right, I want to speak to you about an article someone sent to me on X. They sent me a direct message, X at Duncan Oldham. And this article is from a website called Rousing the Cop. And I will show you the article here. Can you see this? Yeah? I hope that's the right way around to you. It's reversed to me. But basically it says, why Real Madrid could abandon transfer plan to sign Liverpool's Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'm not going to read the entire article to you, but it says here, there could be a twist in Madrid's plan to sign Alexander-Arnold. And they're talking about the 17-year-old right-back, Jesus, it should be pronounced Jesus, in Castellano, Jesus Fortea. You might want to look this guy up, J-E-S-U-S, not the big J, this player, Fortea, F-O-R-T-E-A. They say he's being viewed by those at Madrid as a potential long-term option in the defence, with the Spanish youth international in line to break into Carlo Ancelotti's senior plans. He already has, he's been training with them, and Ancelotti's asked him to be retained with the first team. Now, the reason I mention this to you is I went over this with you about a week ago. So it's nice that others are finally catching up. So if you are a KopTalk, you know, regular, you know, whether you're on the members website, whether you watch my YouTube channels or whatever, you already know all of this about Jesus Fortea. Now, if you don't, well, where have you been? Right, you know what I'm saying? You should have been here with us. We had this about a week ago because I had the luxury of being in Spain and I buy the Spanish football dailies for this channel and for the members website as well. And we went over this, and this article makes it sound, I think it bigs up Jesus Fortea more than what the actual report said in Spain. There's no doubt about it that Marca, one of the Spanish publications, a very biased in favour of Real Madrid publication. Most people say that, you know, Perez, the president, writes the articles himself. That's how biased it is. In other words, he tells the journalist to write such and such, right, allegedly. Whereas, you know, we have Joyce, for example. Do you remember me saying a few days ago that Joyce would surface? He surfaced today. We'll talk about that in another video. Paul Joyce at the Times is not told by Richard Hughes or Michael Edwards or whatever to write this or write that, but they certainly plant the seed from time to time, and it's a relationship that works in both directions, right? Joyce won't publish everything that he knows, but when he's given the green light, does. So, but with Marca, it's a very pro-Real Madrid newspaper. And what they were saying actually was that Arbeloa, do you remember he used to play for Liverpool, Arbeloa, he's in charge of like the youth team there, right, at Real Madrid. And the article was talking about, it was bigging Arbeloa up, saying he could even be in line to become a replacement to Ancelotti. I'm not sure about that. He's got no first team experience. But what they were saying was the academy team is doing better than like the reserves equivalent, if you like, and the first team. So Arbeloa's getting all this attention. He's got some superstars, under his wing, if you like, and one of them is Fortea. And what the article was saying was that he's doing really well, and he could be a long-term solution to the right-back position. There's obviously the injury out there, and that's what they were talking about. But I think I've made a couple of videos about this. To me, I'm not sure if it's come too soon. because Real Madrid really need something now, and this kid is not like proven. Throw him in and he might do amazing and do really well, but it could also go completely pear-shaped. And what's happening is some of these Liverpool websites, blogs, these content creators, I'm going to do a video about them soon. These content creators, you know, they're now latching onto this forte, but we discussed it a week ago, didn't we? And they're trying to say that this could stop, Trent's potential option of going there. Well, let's not say move, potential option of going there. In fairness to that website, I think what they're picking up on what Mark has said, but again, we did that over a week ago, something like that. I just think that maybe that's, if Real Madrid want to do something in January, like now, which is what the manager and the sporting director, the chief executive, those sort of people, that trio at Real Madrid want to do, then they could go for Trent in January. The president, Perez, is not a fan of doing business in the winter window, hasn't done so for about 5 years, I think, and also would want to do it on the cheap, because there are other options for replacing Trent. The Spanish media, the Spanish publications, especially the pro Real Madrid ones, those two are coming up with other names and suggestions. It's not just Trent. And I can assure you, despite what the Liverpool FC clique of journalists want you to believe, it is not a constant thing in the press, Trent Alexander-Arnold. That's why I buy the Spanish football dailies for this channel, for you guys, for the members website, because you know that then that you can see for yourself exactly the extent of the reporting. So the papers are saying there's other options. Trent is one of them. Trent would be the cheapest option. He'd be cheap in the summer, but if they want someone now in January, they're going to have to pay. And how much would Liverpool want, for example, and stuff like that. I still think, personally, that the Trent camp are hoping that Real Madrid come knocking, and it's not as... They're in Real Madrid. Would Real Madrid have spent money on Trent if he had 2 years remaining on his contract? I don't think so. So I still think that this is... The Trent camp are like, let's hope there's this, a bad run of form develops at Real Madrid. This defensive crisis continues. So this will open the door for you, Trent. This is your chance to go and join your boy. And meanwhile, this must be good because you've got Trent talking. He's talking about wanting to win Ballon d'Or and all that. Do you know what I mean? And you know exactly what I'm on about, right? You know what I mean? So what's being conveyed in the Spanish media is, if Real Madrid do okay, right, they won't do anything in January. But if the results are dodgy, if the form is bad, they will enter the market in January for a right back. All right, and they're also talking about centre back as well, but for a right back. Anyway, we're going off course there, but that's just bringing people up to date a little bit if they're new to the channel. So, yes, these other Liverpool websites are now catching on what I've been telling you for a week or so. Don't be alarmed by it, because you know that I've given you exactly what the Spanish media is saying. Yes, there's a talented youngster at Real Madrid, and he is close to the first team now, and he's involved with that, but he's not necessarily the solution. It might have come a little bit too soon. If there was a year on him or something, maybe that would shaft Trent's situation. But if you're Real Madrid, and if this kid's doing well, and the results are going well in the run-up to January, you're going to be thinking, no, we might be all right here. We might not need to do anything. And that's what Perez will be saying. You can guarantee Ancelotti will be saying the opposite, but the president will be saying, hang on, we're doing all right. If results for Real Madrid are not so good, that puts the pressure on them trying to find a reinforcement and increases the possibility of Trent going there. So you should be watching what Real Madrid do. My advice to you would be watch their results, see what they're doing, all right, and also look out for anything to do with that kid, his name popping up, all right? Not on these stupid fucking content creator channels and podcasts, and because they're just going to dramatise it and all that. Stick with me, I'll tell you that. The problem is, I'm not in Spain at the moment and won't be for a while. However, if you want me to, I will send instructions back to Spain. Instructions, do you like that? Really, me on phone going, will you do me a favour? Anyway, what I could do is I could still get those Spanish dailies and get someone to check them for you over there. That's not a problem at all. I would do that for you. Just let me know, all right? So, The reason for the video is, one, to LOL at the other people that are now telling you about Fortea, and two, just to say, if you do see his name crop up, nobody, I can't remember what the headline was. What was the headline that was here? Why Real Madrid could abandon transfer plan to sign Liverpool's Trent Alexander-Arnold. Yeah, the headline's not too bad, to be honest with you, but the suggestion that this kid's ready now, I don't think is maybe widely felt by people there. All right, guys, I'll leave it with you. If you appreciate this video, please thumbs up this video. Please drop me a comment. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. Do you know what I mean? If you're easily offended or you want like little 3-minute videos and that, nah, you don't subscribe. I'd rather you moved on. But those of you that are regulars around here, thumbs up, please. Drop me a comment. And if you want to buy me a coffee, I'll be going into the city soon, then you can hit that super thanks button. It's the love heart under my video. All right, guys. I'll give you a shout out tomorrow if you do that, of course, as I do with all my lovely people that support my channel and my efforts. I have more videos coming your way. Today's exclusive is next. All right.